people, welcome to another edition of that finger tapping frenzy that we all know and love as WWE SuperCard. I'm me, Big Jim, here at BadLadDad HQ. Now then, apologies for the rosy-cheeked appearance. I've been outside for a couple of hours on this rather, it's a bit nippy out there here in London this afternoon, Saturday afternoon. It's a bit parky, so very rosy-cheeked. It's the fresh air, does you good. But you don't need to know that, do you? What you want to know is Season 5, we've got some details. It's coming. It's not just winter that's coming. Season 5 is coming. And I'm going to discuss it and just explain a few things because I have seen some other YouTubers doing their best to explain what's going on. And a lot of people don't seem to be picking up on it. So I'll run through some of that in a minute. But firstly, let's have a bit of Halloween fun. I don't know how you're doing with your own Halloween grabs from the Chambre de Fusion, the old fusion chamber. Let's have a quick look and see what I've got. Now, how many Summerslams do you think I've got? How many Goliaths do you think I've got? And how many WrestleMania 34s do you think I've got? He says, opening it at WrestleMania 34. Bit of a clue. Yeah. 3 have landed so far. Asuka no questions, telling no lies. They're all WrestleMania 34. Shinsuke and Samoa Joe. And of course, you can see I've kept Undertaker out from previous. I've also, as you'll notice, that some of the cards that I've saved all seem to be of a theme. They're all special cards. They're all singles. That's in the rare hope that I might be able to make them a pro at some stage, depending on whether they bring cards back in Rangdom? Ringdom or Road to Glory. Ringdom. So that's why I keep hold of things like that. And that could actually turn out to be quite important with what's happening in Season 5. But I'll come on to that. I'll come on to that because I've got 4 things to collect. Firstly, there's another fusion. Ready and cooking there with Long John Silver and the Pirates in a fusion chamber. Jim, we've been waiting. This one's the special one. Ready for camera. Ready to release to the world. B page, it's not page. It's WrestleMania 34 again. Okay. That's 4 WrestleMania 34. Got a bit of a theme here, haven't I? I don't think I've got any green bars left now. Okay. Well, there's that. I do have a King of the Ring win to collect, but also those very nice people at 2K Games UK have given me a couple of QR codes, which I believe will have some of these Halloween fusions in, or it could be something completely different and they've sent me the wrong thing. I don't know, but we shall find out. Let's go and find out. QR scanner. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Right, put it on a bit of paper here. That's the first one. And we've got QR code. Oh, it's a load of bars. Okay, it's more bars. And it's the black. It's, look at that. It's SummerSlam 18. That is pretty nice. That is pretty nice, I have to say. And more bars so I can get another fusion going. That's brilliant. Okay, well, I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. I'm ecstatic with that. Thank you ever so much. I don't normally get free things. It's nice to get a free thing now and again. And the second one is, not sure what's going to be in here. This is just going to be some more bars. Oh no, there is another one in there. And it is, oh, Dolphy Zig. Now look at that, haven't I been lucky? Haven't I been lucky there? I can't complain about the ones that have come out of the fusion chamber when I've been given 2 SummerSlam 18s. Right, I've got a pro to work for there, haven't I? Better get that Chambre de Fusion underway again. Let's, no, that's the wrong one, Jim. Come on, sort your parts out. Oh, I'm a bit overexcited there. Wow, that's 2 SummerSlam singles. Now, of course, in the grander scheme of things, when we move into Season 5, which is going to happen real soon, they're not going to be that effective. But for now, it's a bit of fun. It's a bit of fun. And as I've said, these cards are actually very good for people in lower tiers who are looking to boost themselves up. Case in point is the other account I've got, Enkyoko, which I just dip into now and again. Just for a bit of fun, just to play at a lower level really, just to see what's going on when these things come out. It's nice to actually see what's going on at all levels, not just like the top level. I like to see what, you know, some of you other guys are up to when you're moaning that you're in lower levels and you can't do things. I like to go down there and join in the moaning and be with you, and that made a big difference. In fact, why don't we go and have a look? I don't often do this. Let's go and have a look at Enkyoko when it wants to. Come on, I am tapping. Don't tell me to tap when I'm tapping. I am tapping. You're the one who's tapped, not me. Right, here we go. I think this is just, yes, not one of these. We'll go. The thing to do, I guess, is look at the deck cards. Yes, we know what that is. Come on, get on with it. Yes. Deck editor. As you can see, that was from one of the freebie packs. It just shows the importance of your daily login bonus. So that came from a daily login bonus, and from the Chambre de Fusion. Now the WrestleMania 34, which obviously for me on my main account doesn't really mean anything at all, other than it's a card of the catalogue, but here it's become the second best card. In fact, if you look at all, there's a bit of a theme here as well. These are all different cards from different events that have gone on. That was a login freebie as well. So that's a fusion, as you can see, and that was from one of those 200 credit packs, and those 200 credits came just from collecting all the different bonuses that you get from login and from your 2 gold coins a day. So as you can see, that, I mean, I really don't play this much at all. The only real playing that goes on with this game is I just keep spamming King of the Ring, because it of course powers the cards up. So as you can see, it's in Titan Plus without doing an awful lot, it has to be said. And if you're playing sort of regularly and you're not higher than Titan Plus, then you're doing something wrong, because as I say, I log into this not that frequently, but I do try and get some of the login bonuses. But obviously you know what it's like, you'll probably miss a few days and then think, well, I'm not going to get the 28-day bonus, so I'm not going to bother. I'm just collecting these. I've probably got about 300 picks, I should imagine, saved up. Those of you who moan that there's a 50 pick limit, there's not if you just do about 50 King of the Rings. You'll be quite busy collecting cards during the course of the afternoon. Anyway, look, you don't want to see that. You don't want to hear any of this, really, do you? Oh, there is one other thing to collect. I haven't finished yet. Still tapping. It is the finger tapping frenzy that we all know and love, after all. I entered, I don't know why, I entered a King of the Ring. So I thought, well, what the hey, let's just see if anyone's bothering. And they're not bothering, because I won. It's been a while since I won a King of the Ring. At the start of Summerslam 18 tier, I won 2 or 3, which there's videos out there in the ether somewhere. Well, not just in the ether, they're on the YouTube channel somewhere. But as the tier went on, and I just kept getting single after single after single after single after single, I just was not competitive. But now obviously I am, because people aren't bothering, because they think, oh, we're coming to the end of season 4, Jim, we don't care. So let's see what I've got. Now, a single female to make a pro would be good, but let's see. Would you believe it? It's another single. I must have just about every single going in this game, seriously. It's unreal. It's unreal, man. I just not had the luck. I will not be unhappy to see the back of SummerSlam 18 tier, I have to say. Without any compunction or hesitation or fear, it's not been good to me. It's not been good to me. It's really not been good to me. It's so not been good to me. Right. Mind you, Cat Daddy, they've been kind to me there, haven't they? I can't complain about that. Right, now then, forgetting all of this and looking ahead to season 5. Now, if you saw on my last SuperCard vid, I was talking about possible dates. I still feel that November the 7th, the end of this Halloween event, Wednesday, could be, well, let's put it this way, that will be the first possible date, I should imagine, that it could happen. And that's if they do a flash event to finish off whatever the next event card is after Rey Mysterio. Or, probably the stronger of the two options, the following week, the Tuesday or Wednesday, the 13th or 14th, that'll be the dates. Either way, it's going to be one of those 2 weeks, probably the second week, logically, if you think about all the things I need to do. But what is going to happen? Well, one of the main things that's going to happen, he says going to completely the wrong place. I'm going to go to the catalogue. All those videos where I spoke about trying to fill out the catalogue and get as many of these stars filled as possible, as you can see, on common, I've got 112 out of 112, uncommon, 118 out of 118. All of these cards are disappearing. They're all going. Everything all the way down to hardened. So anything below hardened, your SummerSlammies, your WrestleManias, Survivors, they're all not going to be effective in Season 5. What will probably happen is they will just go over to the legacy side of the game, which is some of those cards that you got from Season 1 are tucked away and on the legacy side. As you can see, there's active, there's legacy. So I've still got some of my legacy cards hidden away in the live section, to be honest with you. But of course, you'll remember some of these cards of old, some of your older players, which of course you can't get in the game anymore. It's going to be the same now for common, uncommon, rare, super rare, ultra rare, epic, legendary, survivor, WrestleMania and SummerSlam. So if you need to get some pros doing, might just be worth, if you're really fussed about your catalogue, might just be worth saving anything you get. I know catalogue, the card limit's pretty low as it is, and we've all got stuff stashed away. But, you know, it's a last chance. For those of you who are interested in the catalogue, for those of you who aren't, well, fair enough. You don't really need to bother about it, do you? Apart from the fact, it has been stated that there will be some kind of reward gift, opening gift for people who've been long-term players of the game. Now, I assume that how many cards you got saved in your catalogue there, I mean, I've got 3,500, what, 3,595, is going to have some bearing on what that reward will be. Might turn out to be meaningless, because this could be a card back or something. Who knows? But that's just something to bear in mind. I wouldn't have thought between now and a couple of weeks' time, anything that you try and save now and make into a pro, what are you going to add, 10 or 15 cards to your catalogue? I shouldn't think it's going to make a great deal of difference, but you know, it is your last chance to do that, so bear that in mind. I must admit, when people have been in the fusion chamber, I'll just use this as an example. When people have been in the fusion chamber and then they've suddenly left WWE, I've quickly done those fusions again to see if I can get them. So I've probably won't be able to find these now. Actually, I might still have them. No, I haven't. Like there was people like Cody Rhodes had pretty sure had a. No, maybe he didn't. Oh no, he was known as Stardust then, wasn't he? I don't remember what they were wrestling under at the time. Come on, don't let me down. There he is. Oh, you pig! Go back to the previous page. There he is, Stardust. So people like that, I would quickly do the fusions before they got taken out of the game. And I've got Alberto Del Rio, I think he was an epic card. And also, there was the man that Gravity forgot. So there you go, there's Alberto Del Rio. I managed to get him done and I pro'd him out. And there was Neville as well, whether he was known as Neville. Was he just known as Neville then? Yes, he was just known as Neville. There you go. You see, there's all these things tucked away in my catalogue, which I suppose you could call me a bit of a nerd for doing that at the time, but I just like to fill out the catalogue when I could. That may come into some good stead, who knows. Anyway, Season 5, that's what's happening. We're starting at Hardened. So this is going to be your base point. These are effectively going to be common cards. So you're going to be seeing a lot of these. Which means Elite will be like your rares and Ultimate will be like your super rares when the game first started, excuse me. And super rares is what used to, is what basically the Ultimate cards are what's going to count as a reset for the board when you're collecting your cards. So that is, when you see one of those and above, bing. Actually, I've got a few gaps here I might be able to fill, thinking about it. There you go, I can go catalogue crazy again. So there's that to look forward to, and there's also promise of a fusion chamber that will be multitasking, not just doing the main fusions, but apparently going to be able to do events at the same time. So I mean that would make such a huge difference, because I've stopped doing the SummerSlam fusions so that I could be doing these Halloween fusions. And we know how frustrating it's been, and every time they've tweeted something about, oh, go to the fusion chamber, which when they've done these 24-hour flash fusions, everyone's like, well, I've got a 5-day SummerSlam thing still going. So that should appease a lot of anger and make a lot of people a bit happier. So those are the sort of highlights. That's the main things I'm looking forward to. In terms of this current Ringdom, I'm basically not playing because, as you're probably aware, or those of you who've watched this regularly, I had to miss out last weekend I don't see the point in busting the gut to go for this one. I know the Gold Dust card looks quite nice. The SummerSlam 18 on the first run through, and which would be a new card for the catalogue. But there's only so much you can do. I'm thinking ahead now. I'm thinking season 5. Can't wait for season 5. I really want season 5. And I want you to be there as well. And how are you going to do that? You know what to do. Give me some likes down below. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed before. Why haven't you subscribed? Come along for the journey. And of course, there's all the social media. There's Instagram, there's Facebook, there's Twitter. Till I see you next time, you stay cool.